3, 2, 1. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing here in Glen. Everyone gets a good start. Yikes to the lead in the turn 1. Paid. Tries to go to the inside. He pushes Yikes wide. Here comes Ben. 4 wide for the lead. Ben's gonna take it into the S's. Ben takes the lead in the Fire Racing Pontiac. Tooth right on his ass though, followed by Paid then Yikes. Pulsator Yikes fell back to 4th after the first turn. They're kind of too wide for second here coming into the bus stop. 20 corner cuts equals disqualification, by the way. Oh, Ben! They die at the exit! Yikes. Yikes goes around. Paid leads into the final turn. He's been here before. Div hits that wall. Div goes really wide. White Flamingo goes even wider. Same with Shiny Carp. Okay, Shiny Carp. In the turn 1, Paid leads Ben. Tooth hits that wall. Goes around a little bit. What? Okay. Stiv hanging out in 3rd. Tooth fell back to 5th. Yikes is merging somewhere out of the carousel. Ben looking for that lead. Is gonna try and push Paid wide here. Here comes Div. Looking just for second. There he goes. Yikes is merging here. Taxes hits that wall a little bit. Taxes goes really wide. Let's Tooth by. They are 3 wide for second there. Yikes and Div get into it. They keep it going. They're going to be really slow up the hill. That's going to let Paid and Ben pull a little bit as Tooth is now in 3rd. Div's going to send it into turn 1 on Yikes here. They keep it going. Flamingos looking to make it 3 wide. Doesn't get the run though. Paid starting to pull a little bit. Here comes Teal though, merging. He's going to merge back. What? Did Taxes just... Did Taxes just... he did. Chalk it. What do you mean chalk it? Alright, we got a backwards car. Don't roll out a box, by the way. Alright, let's see who gets it. It's gonna be Yikes, Tooth, Paid, Ben, White Flamingos, Teal. Oh, Train's finally here. Shiny, Ash. Let's go racing, guys. Green flag's back in the air here in Glen. Race will be posted afterwards, so if you CC, well, if you get disqualified because too many CC, but you were forced into CC, then yeah. The first two corner cuts are like verbals, and then pretty sure it's 3 to 19 is time penalties. It might be 4 to 19. Yeah, which is a not corner cut. Letting Yikes lead this early, like this is crazy. 3 wide for second there. Yikes has gone. He took it until he gets wrecked with 1 to go. Or does a little wheel hop and then goes wide in the bus stop. And goes wide in the carousel. New leader Ben and Paid. White Flamingos gets door slammed by Yikes. Keeps third though. Here comes Tooth. Tooth with a big run. They're going to be nearly 3 wide down this stretch. Don't do it. None of them backing out. Flamingos comes up and turns himself. No caution. No one tried to lift, and it ended with White Flamingos dying. Now Ben's gonna lead this lap. What glitch? I'm frozen. This is awesome. Alright, I'm back. Paid and Ben both in the grass there. Here comes Yikes and Tooth. Top 4 seem to pull away from Teal, Shiny Carp, and White Flamingos. Ben looking for his first GCS win. Paid looking to win the second time this season. He goes to the inside. Ben goes really wide. Here comes Yikes now looking to pass Ben. So they go down the straight. Paid. Pretty good at Glen here in the past. But hasn't gotten a win yet. Will today be that day? Here comes Yikes to the inside of Ben. Ben holds it around the top. Hard on the wall goes Teal and White Flamingos. White Flamingos is around. Down in the turn 1. Hard braking zone here. Paid holds it. Yikes falls back to Tooth a little bit. Now stage 1 ends in 4 laps. Ben goes really wide. That's going to hurt his entry into the carousel. That lets Yikes to the inside. Will Tooth get it too? No, Ben comes down to block. Come hither, Yikes Piano. Well, now Ben's in the way of Yikes and Tooth. Ben falls back to third. Page just leads. Just going to keep increasing. Ben to the quarter panel at Yikes Piano, trying to go around the outside. He goes wide though. Tooth to the inside, makes it move for third. Oh, to the inside goes Ben into turn 1. Tooth now loses third. Yikes has open air now to gain on Paid. No one close behind him since Ben and Tooth are battling. Yikes has space to catch Paid here and potentially get another stage win. Clean through the bus stop goes Yikes. Ben gets a little airborne there. That's going to open the door for Tooth down the inside through the carousel. Tooth up to third now. Trying to get away from Ben so he can catch these leaders. Coming to 2 to go for stage 1. Close battling for these top 4. Tooth into the wall. That's going to hurt his run. Here comes Ben. Will he get that third? They're side by side along the line. Down into turn 1. Ben has that inside line. Will Tooth's going to try a crossover. Ben sends it in deep into the tire barriers. They're still side by side entering the S's. They're letting Yikes and Paid pull tremendous here. They're just watching them run away. They need to figure it out, or else Yikes and Paid are just going to run away with this race. Yikes gained around 7/10 that last lap. He's closing in on Paid, trying to make a move before stage 1. But he goes wide here into the carousel, barely not off track. Paid leads, increases through the carousel now. Coming to the white flag for stage 1. And we got a fan saying this 55 is a good driver, dang. So we got fans complimenting Overpaid. They wouldn't be complimenting Overpaid if this was like 2 seasons ago with Seb. Oh, a white flag for stage 1. Tooth now got a little gap between him and Ben. White Flamingos has a massive gap between him and Teal, so Flamingos, as long as he doesn't sell, will get these extra points. Just very much needed for this championship. Season-long championship. No playoffs, no points reset, so every point matters here. That's why Paid making sure he gets the stage win. Holding off Yikes. Into the carousel. We have basically 2 more corners now. Tooth really pulled away from Ben, as top 5 or top 6 and 7 are basically spread out all evenly. Except for Yikes is a little bit closer to Paid. Into the last 2 turns. Paid is going to keep it strong here. Everyone keeps their calm. Paid is going to win stage 1. Yikes in 2nd. Tooth 3rd. Ben 4th. And I believe White Flamingo's in 5th. Paid goes wide! He goes really wide! Yikes to the lead! That is what you don't want to do hard through 1. Don't want to see that if you're Paid. Now he has to gain on Yikes. Yikes has open air. Stage 2 ends lap 20. He says he got stuck on track. He probably got stuck on the grass there. Stage 2 ends lap 20. Tooth pushing it. He's trying to gain. He's 4 seconds back. Well, he was 4 seconds back on Paid. But now the top 3 are getting closer and closer together. Now, can Paid catch Yikes before the end of stage 2 here? These guys will have to pit sometime during this stage, unless we have a caution. So pit stops can also matter. Someone might short pit and get the stage win. Nine to go for stage 2. Okay, we got a commentator in chat here. Paid, trying to cut that bus stop as short as possible through the chicane into the carousel. Paid, gaining a little bit here. He's only a second back the last time. He's going to be closer here. Paid, pushing hard. Trying to get on Yikes' bumper. Tooth is pitting now. We have pitters now. Ben is pitting now. Will the leaders pit? Top 2. Pit stops will play a factor. Here comes Paid. He's there. Didn't have a great corner. Everyone seems to be pitting now. Who speeds and who doesn't? Paid gains on entry. So does Tooth. Who speeds and who doesn't speed? Oh, Paid is completely out of box. There you go. I am over the wall. Everyone comes in now. Everyone seems to be good. Who will win the battle off pit road? That is the question. I am over the pit road wall. Flamingos. Slow stop there. Yikes holds it. I think gains a little bit. Here comes Tooth. Top 3. They're just going to wall right the pit exit. Top 3 go out under a blanket. And then Ben lost so much time through that pit cycle. White Flamingos. No one speeds, so that's a good sign. Let's check out the fastest lap. Fastest lap is Tooth with a 1:14.9. So fastest car on track is Tooth, 1:14.9. I'll take a look back at the leaders here. Paid and Tooth going at it. Paid cuts the chicane a little bit. Now, if these guys battle, we saw with Ben and Tooth that when they battled, Yikes and Paid were able to gain so much. So if Paid and Tooth battle here, that's just going to let Yikes pull away. But as we saw through the ticker, the timer leaderboard, Tooth had the faster 1 lap, but Paid seems to be more consistent with his fast laps. So we go through the final turn of this lap. We got coming to 7 to go for stage 2. Paid half a second back, Tooth 1.2 back. And then 4th place of apparently White Flamingos or Ben. I'm pretty sure it's Ben. They're Ben 10 seconds back. Ben was the leader at one point. And then pit stops. Going through the S's. Paid pulled a little bit on Tooth there. Now Paid just has to gain on Yikes. All of these guys are not teammates. Oh, Yikes gets a little airborne there. Paid just skips his way through the chicane. Gains heavily on Yikes here. And now is on the back bumper of Yikes Piano. Here comes Paid. He could make a move this lap if he wanted to. But I would probably wait until turn 1. Final 2 turns of this lap. Here comes Paid. Paid's gonna hold off on the bumper. He's gonna try and close the gap here through the front stretch. And then send it into 1. Tooth is still 1.2 back. He gives him the bumper. But Yikes handles it. And keeps him behind. That's gonna let Tooth gain now. They top 3 are bumper to bumper here. Train better be getting good photos of this. Alright. Train's not even in VC. These cars, within a second now, trying their hardest. Tooth goes a little wide through the chicane. Here comes Paid to the inside of Yikes for the lead. Yikes tries to do the crossover. Doesn't work. But here comes a run. Big run from Yikes. Trying to go around the outside. He's going to have the inside to the next corner. Paid clears. Oh, but he gets turned. Completely around goes the leader. Yikes, trying to block Tooth, but Tooth gets the lead on the race back. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Pit road is open. Slow start from Tooth. That's fine though. Uphill. Teal pits early. Paid also pits a little early. We're gonna fall in here. Tooth's gonna go to the last stall. Gonna let it roll down the hill a little bit. Let's see who gets it first out. It's gonna be Tooth, Yikes, Paid, Ben, Teal, Shiny Carp, Flamingos, and then Ash. 2, 1. Green flag back in the air. Here, and the Glen. Yikes. Going to the inside. Tooth had a slow start. To the inside of turn 1. Paid gives him the bumper. Oh, yikes, comes the track. He's gonna fall back heavily now. Yikes. Falls back to dead last now. For like 2 seconds. Now, Teal's up. Where did he come from? He's up in third now, battling for this lead. Same with Shiny Carp. Tooth holds the lead somehow, but he has Teal and Paid right behind him. They're going to go side by side through the chicane. Paid! Nearly! He goes up on 2 wheels, nearly does a full flip. Teal goes wide. Shiny Carps hold his ground. Here comes Paid to the inside of Tooth, looking for these spots. Flamingos is forcing Ben really wide. They're going to be 3 wide for third, not 3 wide. But side by side for the lead now. Paid's going to give him the top, give him the room. And then he's going to try and go to the inside. On the quarter panel goes Paid. Oh, but they block heavily. Teal forces Shiny Carp into the wall a little bit. Now, 3 to go. Tooth holds the lead. They have about a second and a half gap to third. And Yikes Piano trying to cut through this pack as much as possible. Ben's going to make a mistake. Yikes shoots up to third. Goes from last to third in about 1 lap. But that lets the top 2 run away a little bit. Now remember, top 5 still get points. So it's good to battle for P5. 1 point may be the difference. Paid here. Holds the lead. Tooth trying to cut the chicane as much as possible legally. Inside's open. Can he get there? Will he get there? You get to the back bumper. Going in the quarter panel, it doesn't work. He doesn't have the run off the exit. Yikes, up to third now, coming to 2 to go. I don't think Yikes can gain up to these leaders in just 2 laps, especially with Ben right behind him. 39, trying to make Paid make a mistake here. End of the last turn. Tooth, trying to go around the outside. Paid blocks. Ben, to the inside of Yikes. Leaders might hold each other up and give Yikes lead. No, Ben is going to make sure that Yikes will not lead. Tooth trying to go around the outside. Will he do a crossover? He tries, but Paid blocks brilliantly. End of these S's now. Everyone using that wall. Alright. Yikes is complaining about Ben now. Here comes Paid. What? Here comes Tooth. Through these S's. Field stacks up in turn 1. Through the chicane. Paid is gonna go side by side with Tooth. It's still side by side through the carousel. Will Tooth hold his run? Hold his line outside. Paid forces him wide a little bit. Gonna give him space on the exit though. It's still gonna be Paid. Brilliant battles here in the Glen. Now will Tooth go for the stage win, or will Paid sweep these 2 stages? Gives the bumper. Coming to the white flag for stage 2. White flag stage 2. Is Yikes close enough to send it? Here comes Tooth now. Side by side under the S's. Yikes is there though. He's gonna try and make a move on Paid. Here comes Yikes. He has a massive run. Paid's gonna force him wide. These cars can be thrown under a blanket right now as Tooth going through the chicane. Final time in this stage. Oh, he gets a little airborne. And here comes Yikes. Yikes holding that inside. But here comes Paid. They're going to be 3 wide for the lead. Uh-oh. Okay, they keep it clean. But here... Oh, that's a great photo. Tooth Now trying to keep this stage win. Will he force Yikes wide? Yikes trying to go around the outside. Yikes goes so wide. This corner is gonna matter so much. Paid forces. Oh, and Yikes barely gives him enough room. Yikes is gonna win stage 2. $18 wins stage 2. Paid back into the lead though. Yikes got a penalty out of that. Likes. Here comes Paid though. It's a battle for the end of the race now. I think 2 more pit stops for these drivers. And still, corner cuts equal less time penalties at the end of the race. Paid goes so wide. Paid into the wall. Oh, he cuts back into fucking tooth. Yup. Oh, and he's stuck. All right, he is not stuck anymore. Thank you, White Flamingos. There's like no penalties right now, so. Line up for pits, by the way. Where's Ash? Oh, there's Ash. What the fuck? Ben, don't pit. Back up, back up, back up. Through pit road now. Yikes leads us on a pit road. Ben in second. Shiny Cup gonna pit early. Same with Teal. Teal doesn't go legal. Oh, Ben and... Alright, Tooth. Yikes, going to the last stall. Here comes Tooth. A race out of pit road. Who's gonna win it? It's gonna be Yikes. Then Tooth. Then Shiny. Then Paid. That's interesting. It's 1. Into turn 1. Yikes. And Tooth. They're gonna keep their lead. Here comes Teal. Teal with a big run. Same with Paid and Shiny Carp. Yikes has a little space. Teal up to second now. Yikes holds this lead. So now a race to the finish. These guys have to pit one more time. Here comes Paid. Paid looking for second. Goes around the outside of Teal. Teal says no. Forces him wide. Into the wall they go. That's slow. That slows up Paid and Tooth. Shiny Carp. Still slow. They're stuck in the pack. Teal has a little space. Oh, but he fumbles it. The instant he has space, he fumbles it. Into the wall he goes. And he comes back into the pack. Everyone hard in the wall now. Train is on track. Train is on track. Teal still holds on to second, barely. Paid now, trying to make a move on Teal. Same with Tooth. Now Paid has a little room. Will he catch Yikes here? He will, probably, eventually. Through the carousel they go. Tooth still trying to get around Teal. Teal holding up that podium spot. Really nice. But Yikes holding up this win. Will he get the first win of the season after complaints about last week? Tooth got around Teal finally. But here comes Teal to the inside. He's going to force him wide. Teal not giving up for this second, even though Tooth is really faster. And Pade had a massive run on Yikes. Pade's going to look to the inside. Maybe no. Maybe yes. Side by side in the turn one. Tooth going to do a crossover here on Teal, and he clears him. Pade now on the back bumper of Yikes Piano. And Tooth not far behind, only 2 seconds behind. That's catchable within the next time these guys have to pit. Tooth might have underfield too to get that track position. So he might have to... Oh, Tooth is upside down! No caution for self flips, so that's gonna ruin Tooth. Side by side for the lead, coming into turn one. Pade is gonna get it, but Yikes does a crossover. They're still by side by side. Yikes gets the lead out of the corner. Clash starting soon, apparently. Side by train. $300 laps is crazy. I'm not watching that. Thought it should be like 150 or something. $10 EST or 10 Pacific? Okay. 3 wide. Big battle for third there. That Tooth has caught himself in. Hard into the wall goes White Flamingos. He catches Shiny Carp and Tooth. They all go around. Alright guys, stop. Alright, pits are open. Yikes does not go. Yikes, you have a 1 out of 4. You better be careful. You better not race retardedly for the rest of this race. You have a 1 out of 4. Alright, let's see who's gonna win the race off of pit road. It's gonna be Tooth, Pade, Yikes, Shiny, Ben, Flamingo, Teal, Ash. Green flag back in the air here in the Glen. Go bullying at Glen 160. To the inside goes Paid, but he's blocked. Teal goes straight. What a corner by Teal. What the fuck is Ben saying? Ben merge. The fuck? Through the chicane. Paid. Looking for the lead now. Into the inside. And Teal goes around. I don't know what happened. Yikes, gonna lift, give Paid. You can't go, what? Tooth. He's won the Glen here before. Will he do it again? Oh, he takes that turn so tightly. Paid in the wall. Here comes Yikes. Yikes gonna have a big run on the straightaway. Yikes is gonna, they just swallow up Paid. Tooth to the lead now. What? Here comes Ben now. Ben merging with Shiny Carp and Flamingos. Since he went straight with them. Top three. Pulling away a little bit here. Pay goes a little wide. That's going to let Tooth try to go around the outside here into the carousel. Coming to 10 to go for this race. These guys can only make around 10-ish laps. Yikes, holds the lead for now. But when will these guys pit? Can these guys make it all the way? Paid, looking for the inside, gets on the corner panel. Tooth is just watching these guys battle from behind. Now here comes, he has a open door. Tooth coming up to second. He's gonna hold that position. Paid, gonna have a little run on him now. And he's gonna clear him out of the S's. Through the chicane now. 10 to go. Alright, Flamingos and Teal. Yikes. Trying to... Oh, Flamingos gets a little airborne there. Alright. Yikes. Trying to hold off Paid here. If I was like Paid or Tooth, or even Yikes, probably come in now, get full fuel, and then have that clean air. Because you wouldn't go lapped. Maybe Ben. Ben could do it too. Down in fourth, trying to get the... short, what, undercut? Yeah. Oh, Yikes goes around. He loses time. Paid into the lead. Yikes goes wide. And then into Paid. Tooth now trying to get that lead. Get that P2. Yikes still goes wide. Tooth's gonna go into... Oh. Yikes, forces Tooth to have a not good line. Tooth completely cuts the chicane. He lifts though. Ben coming in now, trying to get that undercut. Everyone now can make it. But can you save enough for those extra 2 laps? now. Paid, holding that lead. Ben came into pit road. Did not speed. He's good in pits. Comes out now. He's going to have that clean air. So if he's fast enough, he could undercut these drivers. Through the chicane goes the top 3. Tooth gonna go a little wide in the carousel. Yikes has a good line. Gonna try and gain unpaid here. Tooth and all top 3 are paiding now. These guys trying to combat that undercut by Ben. And Tooth speeds. That might be it for Tooth's chances. He needs a caution now. Shiny Carp's going to come out to the lead. And then Teal in second. 4 guys in pits. Tooth has to serve his drive-through penalty. Ben, the undercut did not work. But he's going to get ahead of Tooth now. Ty Gibbs gets lead. Shiny Cup, your leader right now. It's already lap 51. These guys did not lose that much time. I'll watch the end of it. Actually, I have an RFA game. Shiny Carps leads these laps. 6 to go. Will these guys make it all the way? Tooth has to serve his drive-through penalty. He doesn't speed. Now, where will Tooth come out on? This pit road's pretty long. Will he come out of in front of White Flamingos? He will come out in front of White Flamingos. Shiny Carp's pitting now. Teal's going to keep that lead. Well, unless Teal comes down now. Six to go. Pits closed with 2 to go. So I think Teal, Shiny Carp, and Lash isn't here. I'm pretty sure it's just Teal and Shiny Carp. The only Tooth flips. South flip. Tooth hurting him even more. He's gonna go behind White Flamingos now. Teal into the lead now. He's gonna... What? Okay, Teal keeps this lead, but Paid is only 6 seconds, or what, 2 seconds back. Wait, what? No, it is 6 seconds. Teal has to come in. Well, he might be able to save enough to make it 2 extra laps. That's going to be a tough challenge in these cars. He goes to the chicane. Paid has a good space between him and Yikes, but Yikes can always gain. 4 to go. Coming to 4 to go. Out of the guys who's pitted, it would be Paid as the leader. Teal is going around one more. 4 laps to go. Teal's coming in this time. That will give Paid the lead in front of Yikes. Yikes basically has to gain it if he wants to win. Paid looking for his 2nd win of the season and possibly the points lead over Yikes Piano. Actually, that won't happen. That won't happen. Yikes is going to keep his lead unless Tooth finds his way back up to, like, I don't know. But then again, there's also those CCs. Paid to the back bumper of Teal. But Teal is pitting this time. If Paid has enough time penalties. Paid sleeks in through the inside there. Right before Teal can come into pits. Teal's stop is clean. 3 to go. What? He does? He speeds! It took a while for it to load. He has to go back into pit road. Out of box! Is he will he back up? He can back up. He does not back up. Okay. He clicked 2 oh. He comes out in front of White Flamingos. With Tooth trying to catch on a shiny carp here for P5. Would be P4, actually. Who's a 38? Yikes. Has coming to 2 laps. Drive through. Now? Yikes has to gain 2 seconds in 2 laps. Put on a monstrous feat in order if he wants to win this race. He is the quickest on track with a 1:14.3. That is nearly a second than what Paid did in qualifying. It's gone within 1 second now. Yikes. Trying to catch. Looking for the lead. And his first win of the season. The Season 2 champion here. So they go down the backstretch. Into the chicane. Any of these guys flip, it's basically over. Paid has a good line to the carousel. Yikes has a better line though. Yikes is closer. Coming to the white flag. It's probably going to come down to the last turn. What? Coming to the white flag. Paid is going to bring us to the final lap. Yikes, not far behind, only half a second behind. Looking for his first win of the season. Will he do it in the Home Depot 18 car? Here he comes, coming to the backstretch for the final time of this race. Yikes. Trying to not make any mistakes through the chicane. He goes, White Flamingos is out of gas. He's out of fuel. Last time through the carousel. Here comes Yikes Piano. Is he close enough to make a move in these final 2 corners? Ben, 5 seconds out. If these guys make a mistake, Ben's there to capitalize. Yikes, will he be close enough? Last turn to try and make a move. Tries to go to the inside. It doesn't work. Paid is going to win his second race of the season here in Watkins Glen. Yikes goes to second. Ben in third. White Flamingos is not out apparently. Tooth holds off Shiny Carp. Now we do have to check corner cuts. Teal coming along the line. Crossing the line now. And then I'll smite everyone.